There are many who hop on that train of chasing the dream for fortune and fame. But those who already have it, some are really on a mission. So let's chat with our guest right here on JQLM Radio's Special Edition. Music, Hip Hop Detective by Rockcott on Pixabay.com. Hey, what's up, JQLM Radio listeners? It's your girl, Lady J, and yes, the JQLM Radio Special Edition is back. And of course, I'm not going to be your only host for this show. Sometimes you'll see some of the on-air talent tag teaming with myself or with each other, or to just be somebody else, solo all entirely. But before we get into who today's guest is and getting in to know more about them, if you want to share with your family, friends, and followers on all the different ways that they can tune in, and you don't have that information, let me go ahead and tell y'all how y'all can do that. If you'd like to share with your family, friends, and followers on all the different ways that they can tune in to JQLM Radio, this is what you would share. You can tune in live by downloading the JQLM Radio app on your Apple or Android devices. You can also listen live via Alexa, the TuneIn app, the Simple Radio app, and a host of other platforms of which you can find on our website, where you can also listen live at egoentertainmentnet.com/JQLM-radio. Or just visit egoentertainmentnet.com and click the button right there on the home page. You can also connect with us via our website or social media at JQLM Radio. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Additionally, you can email us at jqlmradio@gmail.com. Find us under our parent company, Ego Entertainment Network, on social media at EGOENTNET. That's Ego Ent Net. You can also follow us on LinkedIn at Ego Entertainment Network. And last but not least, make sure you like, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel, Ego TV Network. All right, now that you all know how to tune in, let's go ahead and get into it and introduce today's guest. So today's guest actually happens to be one of Ego Entertainment's clients and the second most hated man on Tubi right now. So Therron Dumas is our guest for today. He's a Newark native thriving in Atlanta, shines in 57 movies. Actually, I think he's up to 60 now. From web series to national television, and co-directs Atlanta's Ugly 2.0 and 2.1. As founder of Nasavri Films, his versatile talent and commitment to excellence leave an indelible mark on entertainment, inspiring audiences worldwide. From Peacock TV to Amazon Prime to Tubi and more, his work resonates across major platforms, enriching audiences with each portrayal. So let's welcome Therron Dumas to JQLM Radio's Special Edition.
Hey, hello. Girl, you be making me sound good. You make me sound good.
Listen, ain't no other way to do it but to do it right.
I know that's right. What's going on? I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Hey, what's up? DL Marshall is in the house.
What's going on, brother?
Host of DL's Backstage Pass right here on JQLM Radio. And Demetrius, thank you for tuning in. And those who I see, all of you are tuning in on the radio station right now. Thank you. Make sure y'all follow us. So, you have experienced a lot of success in your career thus far. But before we get into that, let's just go back a little bit and tell us a little bit about your background and how did you get into acting?
Oh, wow. Well, I actually did not want to act at all. I had no, it wasn't on the radar. It wasn't something I always thought about doing. I literally fell into it, and I ended up being an assassin slash hitman for Terrence Howard in a movie called The Guild, and it ended up not coming out because of some discrepancies through, in the background of it. But I got bitten by the bug. I believe that was 2011. Yeah, December 2011 when and I almost walked away from it because the guy who actually reached out to me, he said I kept making the same facial expressions. You keep making the same facial expressions. You're not an actor, and I'm saying to myself, bruh, you called me. You right. I'm not an actor, so I could have walked away then, but I didn't. So I took it, another route. So basically the I'll show you route. And
Mhm.
yeah, I've been shown. He actually reached back out to me maybe 3 years later. And had this movie he wanted me to be in, and he's, ran everything down. He's, I need you to play this character. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. Send me the synopsis. This is not that first film guy anymore. I'm about
Mhm.
13 in at this point. I'm like, well, you gonna send me the synopsis of the film. Um, Send me some of the characters' dialogue. Let's see if it's a character I want to portray. And this and that. I knew I wasn't gonna work with him. It's just the fact that you reached back out to me after
Right.
you
Try
told me I wasn't an
back too
actor.
late.
Yeah, yeah, you played me, but now you're reaching back out because you know I'm gonna make that movie better. But like I said, sometimes the best revenge is living well, and that just felt so good that after you told me I couldn't act in my very first movie, which means you could have really hurt my feelings, and I could have just walked off, and we wouldn't
Right.
be having this interview. But nah, took it another route. So I thank you, Max.
That's real good. Hey, Billy Bird Senior is checking in, one of our gospel artists right here at Ego Entertainment Network. Shout out, y'all know over here we move different. We support one another. So, but back to your story. So a lot of people, like you said, would have probably used that to give up. It would have affected them in a way that would make them, just walk away from it. But you seem to have used that as, I'll say, ammunition to keep
Yeah,
going and become better. And now you're one of the most, I'll say, successful, quote unquote, villains or bad guys, if you will, in film when it comes to action, thrillers, suspense, things of that sort.
right, right.
So did you get into any acting classes, to perfect your craft, or what steps did you take to become the type of actor that you
None. That's why I say it must have been my calling because I'm interested in doing it now because I'm like, well, if I've never took any acting classes and I'm 60 movies in and, the slow success I'm gaining now, I'm like, well, if I take a class, I'm wondering now, will it really enhance, what I've been doing? So I'm like, I'm interested in it now, but no, I haven't. It's just always been okay. What do you want from the character? And they tell me. I just do my best to, bring forth what they envision. It's just been working.
that's good. That's awesome. So, you got into a point where people just pick up the phone and call you. You're not necessarily auditioning a lot.
Right? I don't. They reach out and it's that. And, I'm just blessed. Thank you because I get so many people, say, man, I'm about to go check this audition. I'm like, wow. I mean, I have auditioned before. Uh, yeah, it sounds funny, but I've auditioned here probably 3 or 4 times in the past, but it's usually word of mouth or they saw me in something and things like that.
Out of 60 movies, you've only auditioned like 3 or 4 times?
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
crazy. It's crazy. Like with I didn't know the movie, my first, major lead role, Under His Control. I found out literally at the I can't think what it's called, the party when everything is over with. So I found out, yeah, like the closing party after we finished filming. I found out that night that I was the first person cast for the movie, and the young lady whose story it was like he's the only person that can play my husband. I was like, wow, I didn't, I didn't know that, but she saw me in something else, and I guess my whole attitude and stature and stuff like that. And I got to represent for the big boys, so that keep that up.
So I've had the pleasure of, seeing you in action and working with you like behind the scenes, how you move, and the way that you sit back and observe. So I noticed that a lot of people think that you are very intimidating because you seem to have this resting evil face.
Right. That's
But
that
that's
new
supposed to be-
that's the New Jersey face right there. It's not even on purpose, but it's just like in Newark, walking around grinning and smiling all the time. So it just it's embedded in
So do you think that has something to do with your background as far as being a veteran and a security guard, where you always have this seriousness about yourself?
No, actually, it just happened to work, and it just works for the jobs that I've done. Even when I was in the military, I mean, I was in the Navy, but I was on the flight deck, so me looking mean on the flight deck didn't mean anything. But and it's not that I'm looking mean. It's just if I'm not smiling and my straight face, it just looks, but I guess mean. But my mother too. When she got a straight face, your mother's so mean. She is, but I'm just saying we both we both got the same face. I mean, I'm not mean. It's just I look that way if I'm not, if I'm not cracking a joke or smiling.
I
That's
mean,
just
so I know that you're not mean, and a lot of
right.
people, though, I don't think it's just your face. I think a lot of people are intimidated by your size. You you had the pleasure of being one of the presenters at this year's re-up, and a lot of people from the comedy show and the main show was seeing how big your arms was and all this.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I want no smoke with him.
These things ain't hitting on nothing right now. What's something hitting?
So
Yeah.
watching you move behind the scenes, you're not like a lot of celebrities out here. A lot of people will play for the camera, as if they are down to earth and real relatable,
Right.
and are okay with mingling and speaking to people and things of that sort. But you are really like that. So
Well, that's
with
it.
with watching how you move and being a professional as well. You don't talk much. You in your
Right.
zone and things of that sort. But when you see things that are happening, let's say behind the scenes or maybe even on set that aren't about the right, do you ever step in and say anything, or how do you deal with those types of situations?
Yeah, absolutely. Say stuff because some stuff is unnecessary. 'Cause, like you can change the whole vibe of the set just by you might have somebody who just with the wrong attitude. I call it the prima donna attitude. You done did a couple of movies or whatever, so you feel as though you're better than everybody else.
Mhm.
So like I said, nobody really knows how many movies or what I've done because I don't brag or boast about it. It's been times I've been sitting there and then God's like, I done did 10 movies and da da da, 6 commercials, and I'm like, okay, cool, But like I said, I always because I stay humble because it can get taken away from you just as fast as it gets handed to you. Like I've
Right.
been blessed to where I'm always working. I've never been what's that moniker struggling act. I'm usually trying to make room to do other people's projects. And the minute my head gets too big, it calls to stop coming. I
Mhm.
can get into a car accident and be paralyzed from the neck down and won't be doing anything else. So I feel it's better to stay humble anyway. You're more relatable, you're more approachable. I guess when I'm not looking mean, but he's just more approachable. And,
I
it's,
know.
and that's how I get along. Like I work with Vivica Fox and Brian Hooks and a little bit of everybody. And I think I vibe with people because one, I don't be starstruck. And if I do, you're not gonna know it. That's where the acting comes in there. So like I'm talking like me and you talking
Right.
now. And it's like it's a relief to them because they
Mhm.
so used to people walking over them that when they got somebody who just sit there and just talk to them normal, like about anything. It's
Mhm.
like with Little Kim. Little Kim that came, I was on the job in Buckhead. So I was the only one, so, I'm tactical geared up and, vest and gun and everything on. And she came with her security. So, they all extra and whatnot. So I let them in. And she went inside and she came out to make a phone call. So one standing at the curb looking around, then there's one like 5 feet away. And she's standing right next to me. And I'm like, now, can I cuss? No, before I open my mouth. I'm not going to cuss. She was like, no. I was like, you don't get tired of this sugar honey ice cream? And she bust out laughing. I was like, they not like extra juicy? Like, you funny. I was like, She was like, but before the night was over, she wanted me to quit my job and come be a part of the security force. I'm like, no, girl. I'm like, I'm down here in Atlanta. I'm down here to act. She was like, so what? I'm like, no, ain't no so what? I'm like, I was like, come back. I'll work for you when you come down here. Leave it. But like I said, just I can vibe with people and whatnot. So, you know.
And you kind of have the best of both worlds. So working in security and working with a lot of celebrities that way, and then being on set with those celebrities as
Right.
well. You know,
Right.
so you get kind of the best of both worlds. And
Mm-hmm.
I would say, well, I will say the best of both worlds because I haven't, seen you in any scandals or nothing. Thank
Right.
God.
Oh, no, we ain't doing
But
that.
but I did watch how you responded to people recognizing you and some of the other actors when you all were here in Indy. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that it was really cool that, y'all weren't like stuck up or acting like,
Oh
oh,
no.
oh my God, I'm sick of these people.
Look, I'm not used to that. If somebody walked up on me in Eagles, hey man, what movie you in? I was like, recognize me? I was like, okay, all right. I'm not used to
It,
that. Dude.
so we're
Yeah,
gonna
I
take a
think
break though, because when we come back, we're gonna talk about this rep and how it relates to Charles from Diary of Mad Black Women. When people see you, they be having an attitude in the store when they see you in this store, because I just think it's so hilarious. And then we get into what you have coming up next on your schedule. So everybody stick and stay. Don't go anywhere. You are tuned in to JQLM Radio Special Edition right here on JQLM Radio, a division of Ego Entertainment Network. We'll be right back. The Jeremiah L. Godfrey Brain Cancer Research Foundation is seeking donations and sponsors to help aid in its efforts to provide funding to researchers to find an effective treatment and cure for rare inoperable brain tumors in children ages 3 to 12, specifically diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma or DIPG. DIPG is inoperable and currently has no effective treatment or cure, and those diagnosed only live for 3 to 11 months after diagnosis. For more information and to make a contribution today, visit jlgresearchfoundation.org. Music, Corporate Rhythm by Roman Psenic Music on Pixabay.com.
Welcome to the Gallery Event Center. My name is Richard, and we're located on the north side of Indianapolis in the Castleton area. We can be reached at 317-534-6399, or you can visit us at our website at www.thegalleryeventcenter.com. Also on Instagram at the Gallery Event Center. We specialize in birthdays, baby showers, weddings, and even family get-togethers. So come see us and book your event today.
Are you ready for the ultimate radio experience? Tune in to JQLM Radio now. From gospel vibes to Christian rap, hip hop, pop, R&B, and smooth jams, we've got it all covered. Get hooked on real voices, raw entertainment, and super relevant topics that'll keep you glued. Don't bother touching that dial. We've got the perfect soundtrack for every moment. Start your day right and groove into the night with JQLM Radio. Download the JQLM Radio app, listen on Alexa, TuneIn app, Simple Radio app, or visit egoentertainmentnet.com/JQLM-radio. Your irresistible music journey starts here. JQLM Radio. Real, raw, relevant, and dope. Music. Track by Dmitry Kolesnikov on Pixabay.com. Right, and we are back. You are tuned in to JQLM Radio Special Edition right here on JQLM Radio, division of Ego Entertainment Network, with your girl, Lady J. And today we are talking to actor, writer, director, producer, multi-award winning, actor, writer, director, producer, Therron Dumas. So before the break, you were telling us about how you got into acting and, told us a little story about, also you working with other celebrities, security industry and things of that sort. So you are known as the second most hated man on Tubi right now because of your lead role in Under His Control. If y'all have not seen it, go check it out because I want to slap him. Okay.
A lot of people want to slap me.
And people, when you play a role so well, people tend to believe that you are that way in real life.
They do. And they question me about that too. I really like that. I'm like, no, this is a role. I mean,
Right.
to the point where when I'm actually my security contract that I was working at was on a liquor store, convenience store, gas station. So I had an influx of over 1,000 people every day at least. So, a lot of them know what I did, when I'm not, at work. So what happened was a lot of them would come up there and they be like, that is you. Would literally call a girl on FaceTime, wouldn't say anything, and just aim the phone towards me. They be like, that's him right there. So I don't know if I wanted to punch you in the face more or the girl because she was dumb enough to let you do that. And this and that. I mean, it is based off a true story, but not my story. But they hype with me. Yeah. They talk about me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, any of the Tubi movie little chats or whatever, and they'll start talking about certain movies. If somebody sees my movie in it, they'll tag me in it. So that'll bring me into the chat. And then I see everybody talking about me and this and that. I said, I left him and then I start messing with the people in the chat. Like, you wouldn't have left me either. You'd have been right there, just like
so disrespectful.
So, they're like, this really you? I'm like, yeah, this really me. They was like, oh my God, you played that role. I hated you in that role. I was like, but I mean, I did my job then. So.
Right. So listen, you work with Vivica Fox, you work for Ice Cube, you work with Terrence Howard, you work with a lot of major actors and celebrities, and you're a major, I guess they would call you a B-list actor, I guess. You've been on multiple platforms, Stars and TikTok TV and Tubi, Amazon Prime, the list goes on. So I happen to be a major horror fan. Horror is my favorite. And I noticed that you are in Gehenna. Oh my God. Like, what was that like? Because that's a major.
That was bad. Woo. That was back when some of those movies when I first started. I played Sergeant. I can't even remember what it was. But that was pretty good. Actually my middle daughter was in that movie with me as well. I mean, I've done three horror movies. I got killed by a vampire in one. Did I get killed in the other one? I think I got killed in two of them. But yeah, no, that was an experience that my partner who actually wrote it was playing, the actual demon and whatnot. But yeah, that was fun. And I think I want to start doing more. I want to write a
More.
horror. Yeah, I want to test it because the one that I'm writing now, it's not horror, but it has, you know, bits
Mhm.
of horror in it. So
Right.
yeah, I'm ready.
So you've been on also, TV series, Kidnapped, and some other ones, and writing, being a co-writer of Atlanta's Ugly 2.0,
Mhm.
a multi-award winning web series actually. So tell me, what has that been like? Like, how did you transition in from acting to writing?
That that's really was really strange to me, and even the movie I'm writing now. But just the fact that, like I said, I wasn't planning on acting, so definitely wasn't, planning on writing either. And then my partner, gave me a chance. And I said, all right. So, I wrote it and the reception was fantastic. And he was like, well, you want to write, for your character? I said, okay, cool. So I started, just writing for my character scenes for a while, and then popularity grew. Now, we write the show, together. And it's just strange because I find myself watching the show and I know who I wrote for. So I find myself sitting there saying the words that they're saying. And it's just crazy that
Mhm,
the words that I thought about and, came up with that's
mhm.
on this show. And this show is popular because of us. It's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, it's definitely a different feeling. Like the movie I'm doing called Organ. It's a collaboration, but I wrote the movie completely on my own. So now
Mhm.
I'm really excited to see the reception of that because I wrote it 100% alone. So I want to see if it's received well. So
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to that too.
I think it would be, and a lot of actors, a lot of major actors now are dabbling in writing or producing or co-producing, or
Right,
being an executive
right,
producer and
right,
or directing as well. And
right.
so a lot of their projects have done well, whether it been on the silver screen, on the
Mhm.
film festival circuit or
Right,
on
right,
the big screen.
right.
So you are, I believe, well known enough to where people would, at least go and see,
So check
what
that out. Yeah,
yeah,
well, just check my
yeah.
movie out. Right, right.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I really gonna have to be a part of the direction of it because there's certain ways in my head that I need it to be, and
Mhm.
the attitude and the gestures. So I'm really gonna have to be a big part of the direction of it. But no, I'm
Right.
ready. I'm ready.
Absolutely. So we know that you have this movie coming up now called Organs that you're, writing. So
Mhm.
what other projects that you can talk about do you have coming up?
One of the other ones I can talk about. I'm in the third movie now called Karma. This one is called Karma. What you do comes back to you, and I'm playing
Mhm.
the character name is Mr. Jones in that one. I think I was a street dealer at one time, but I've always been nonviolent, so I've learned to cultivate that into a business.
Mhm.
But my street dealings and people are still there. You never really, if you don't 100% get out the street, you still have them in it. You still open to things happening. There's a lot of going ons in the movie that Mr. Jones don't need to be going on.
Right.
It's yeah, it's crazy. So the street is still coming after him per se. So I'm
Okay.
definitely I'm looking forward to that. And you know what, I guess I'm not a bad guy. I mean, I did bad things, but I think in this one
Mhm.
I'm sarcastic, but I don't think I'm a bad guy.
Mhm. And a lot of people don't know also that you have a comedic side to yourself too as well. I mean, like y'all for real, like he is hilarious. But do you incorporate that into your writing?
I'm I've never tried it because I don't think I'm not fun. I can't be funny on purpose. Like
Mhm.
I'm like one of the naturally funny ones that if something to get a chuckle, I could run with it
Mm.
forever to keep it funny. But I can't stand. I can't just get up there and be funny. Ha ha. I get up there and freeze. I can't. And that's why I respect comedians. I cannot. I can't do that. Like I'm in a movie coming up. I can't say the name of it, but my character is his name is Brother Samuel, and
Uh-huh.
I'm the uncle of most of the main characters. Now it's a comedy, and I'm funny in it because I'm serious. So it's like Robert De Niro and Meet the Fockers.
Mhm.
I'm never smiling. I'm never cracking jokes. But the way my character moves, it's like it's a part where she's reading a book called The Velveteen Rat. I'm the one that you can't speak to, and I always got to refer back to Black Power. Somebody's like, "What's going on? Huh? What's going on? Is the white man got y'all thinking that?" So I'm that. That's what's making me funny
Right.
because you can't say anything to me without a revert back to something that don't got nothing to do with
Yeah.
what we're talking about. Like she's reading a book, and I'm like, "What you got going on, niece?" So I'm reading the Velveteen Rabbit, and I grab the book. See, that's the problem. They got you thinking that reading about rabbits is gonna get you ahead. So I'm that funny in the way because I'm serious all the time. But being
Sarcasm.
being ha ha funny, no, no.
Okay, so one last question before we get into the lightning round where we ask you a question about your three favorite things, so just so your fans and stuff can know a little bit more about you.
Okay.
You you were on the set of Barbershop 2, and you
Mm-hmm.
played the grub truck, you know.
Grubhub employee.
Yeah. So tell me, what was that like working with them? Because we know that that cast is funny. So
Yeah.
what was that like?
Well, it was fun till I saw my lines got cut at the when the movie came out because I had some stuff to say in there, but it was me and I don't know if you remember Auntie, she called herself Auntie Fee and she
Mhm.
used to be on YouTube. Yeah,
Yes.
me and her, she played Anthony Anderson's mother in it. So
Mhm.
on the road, her and I had a conversation. If you look at the movie, it's going to be a part where Anthony Anderson's going to be talking to a reporter,
Right.
and the
Remember
money that we made he wasn't trying to get to it, but he's
that.
going to put his foot. You'll see me and Auntie Fee behind him while
Right.
he's talking because her and I was talking, but the
Mhm.
camera, went back and forth, but it
Mhm.
ended up not making it to the cut floor. But it was funny because like even with Anthony Anderson, he's A-list actor. You're not supposed to talk to the talent. So he saw me with the grub truck shirt on. So he's like, "Oh, you working for me in the movie?" So I'm like, I got the shirt on. He's like, hey, this guy's talking to the talent. So I'm like, so he's funny, real cool guy. But
Yeah.
it was an experience. That was the first time, and that was like back, in my earlier days of acting too.
Yeah, that was a while
Like,
back.
I learned all those cuts and tapes and whatnot. We keep putting that same piece of chicken in that box, and they kept cutting it and doing it again for about 3 hours. That one piece of chicken, I put it in the box, handed it. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, no, it was definitely fun, definitely experience in the way that I see they do the sets.
Mhm.
Like Calvin's barbershop and all that. And if you open up the door and look to the left and to the right, it's a whole nother that's literally a front. So imagine if you take
Mhm.
a piece of
Kinda like a
wood.
stage play.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So the
Mhm.
whole block is like this. So you can look in the door, look to the left, and see all the way down the block. But if you step back, it looks exactly like I was like, wow. But
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's crazy. All right, so let's lighten around. I'm gonna
Okay.
ask you three questions. You gotta tell me. You gotta, give me a quick answer so the fans can know a little bit more about you. All right. What's your favorite
So,
cereal?
favorite cereal? Captain Crunch.
Cap. Hey, that's a good one. What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue. Okay, this average for a guy. And last but not least, what's your favorite cartoon?
It's a grown cartoon. It's called Invincible. This a new one now. But yeah, they wow on there. But yeah, that's that because I'm not a kid no more. If I was still young, something else. But now, look at Invincible on Amazon Prime.
All right. And this one. So listen, y'all go check Therron Dumas out on a lot of those platforms we mentioned, Tubi,
Yeah.
Amazon Prime, Peacock TV, Stars, and so on and so forth. And make sure y'all go check out Atlanta's Ugly.
Yes, yes, yes.
Atlanta's Ugly 2.0, 2.1.
2.0 2.1. Yes, yes, yes.
Also, can you tell people how can they connect with you and, you know, contact you?
Okay. Well, everything is my name. So on Instagram it's Therron Dumas X. On Facebook it's Therron Dumas, and I believe on TikTok is actor. It's either actor Dumas. I believe it's actor Dumas. So actor Therron Dumas. So everything is based off my name. Nothing
And I
special.
know on Instagram, I think you're Therron Dumas X.
Is that what it is?
I think
Yeah,
that's correct.
exactly what it is. Yeah, Therron Dumas X.
Hey, Will Wilmore is in the building. Hey,
Will,
how are you, sir?
what's going on, Will?
So, anything else that you want to say? Um, I'll say, in addition to what advice would you leave to someone that is aspiring to be an actor or is already an actor and is looking to take their career to the next level?
Me personally, I like independent, well, beginning as an actor. I would say independent is, I don't want to say better, but independent gives you more opportunity. I mean, the bigger pictures, sounds good. When you're talking to somebody, I'm in Transformers, I'm in this, I'm in that. But who are you in Transformers? Like if you just the guy in the kitchen, something to that effect. Independent pictures give you a chance to actually be a character, gives you a chance to develop your acting. You get used to being on set, you get used to the time that it takes to do this stuff, you get used to not so good directors, actors, you get used to very good directors and actors. But that's if you're trying to go that route because you have some people that they're good with being extras. You got people that are like I call them professional extras, which
Yeah.
you can
Mhm.
you can never down the extras because the extras literally are just as important as the main character. Because
Right.
if you got a football game and you the coach, I'm the player, the
I
movie
think we
gonna be
lost
kind of tough.
Quran for a second. Oh, there we go. We lost you for a second. You were saying,
Okay,
go ahead.
yeah, but I mean the extras are just as important as the main characters. Like you can't have a football movie without the audience. You
Right.
can't have a war without everything going on in the background. Even that guy
Right.
that's this big that you can't see, that's part of it. So if you just had a bunch of movies with just the people speaking, the movie wouldn't be great at all. So respect to the extras too.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Theron, it's been a pleasure,
Yes,
chatting with you today,
thank
getting
you.
to helping the audience and JQLM Radio audience and all your fans getting to know more about you and your career.
Yes,
Really
ma'am.
appreciate you for stopping by JQLM Radio Special Edition.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
No problem. So listen, y'all, make sure y'all go follow him on social media, Theron Dumas on Facebook, TikTok, on Instagram, Therron Dumas Acts. All right. And hold on, he didn't even mention he has a new website, y'all. Go check him out at therrondumas.com.
Yes, I do.
Go to therrondumas.com.
All
All right, www.therrondumas.com. And for those of you who are listening, it's THERRON. All right. Also, you can go check out one of his latest interviews too on My Celebrity Life with G Holla. All right. Check out that interview he did last week with him, and you'll be seeing him a lot more in the media. So yeah, follow, like, share, comment, and stuff. Bring your friends, tell a friend. All right, so y'all can stay up to date on what's going on, projects, and things of that sort. And so I want to thank all of you for tuning in to this episode of JQLM Radio Special Edition with your girl, Lady J, right here on JQLM Radio, a division of Ego Entertainment Network. And as y'all know, this is JQLM Radio, real voices, raw entertainment, relevant topics, and dope music. We will see you again next time.